Imagine a fighter jet so stealthy, radar operators call it a ghost, so fast it can vanish from sight in seconds, and so advanced it might just rewrite the rules of air superiority. This is a Chengdu J-20. The stealth-faced China claims will dominate the skies. The J-20 is more than just a plane. It's China's bold statement to the world. We're ready to challenge the West. But how did they build a fighter jet that rivals the F-22 Raptor and F-35 Lightning II? Is it as good as it seems? Or is the J-20 more hype than reality? Let's find out. Welcome back to the war. The story of the J-20 begins in the early 2000s as China watched the US dominate the stealth game with the F-22 and F-35. Realizing they needed to catch up fast, Chinese engineers turned to an unexpected ally: espionage. Yes, reports suggest that cyber attacks and stolen blueprints played a role in China's rapid progress. But that's only part of the story. Here's the twist. The J-20's design combined influences from both Western and Russian aircraft, including the MiG 1.44 and the American F-22. What does this fusion mean for its performance? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Does mixing ideas make it innovative or just a copycat? Now let's talk about power. The J-20 currently uses Russian-built AL-31 engines, but China is working on its own WS-15 engines, which could make this jet faster and stealthier. If successful, it could rival the best in the world. But here's the catch. Delays and technical issues. The WS-15 mean the J-20 isn't quite the game changer China hoped. Yet. Stealth is the J-20's biggest claim to fame. Its radar-absorbing materials, angular design, and internal weapon bays are meant to make it nearly invisible to enemy radar. Sounds impressive, right? But here's a question. Is it truly stealthy? Analysts point out that the J-20's canards, those small forward wings, might reflect radar signals, reducing its effectiveness. And then there's the fact that its Russian engines emit more heat, making it easier for infrared sensors to detect. So how stealthy is stealthy enough? Let us know what you think in the comments. Can a flawed stealth jet still dominate the skies? And here's a fun fact. The J-20 isn't just a fighter, it's a spy. Some reports suggest it can carry advanced sensors to gather intelligence deep in enemy territory. Imagine a jet that not only fights, but also gathers battlefield secrets in real time. That's a chilling thought for any adversary. When it comes to air combat, the J-20 is built to strike fear into the enemy before they even see it. Its primary role is beyond visual range engagements, where it leverages stealth and long-range missiles to take out targets from dozens of miles away. Equipped with PL-15 missiles, boasting an estimated range of over 200 kilometers, the J-20 can target enemy bombers, refueling aircraft, and even stealth jets like the F-35. The PL-15 is guided by an active radar seeker, and some speculate it features a dual pulse motor, allowing it to adjust its speed during flight. This makes it incredibly hard to evade, but while its BVR capabilities sound impressive, the J-20's design sacrifices agility for range and payload. Its large size and lack of thrust vectoring engines, unlike the F-22 Raptor, make it less effective in close-range dogfights. If a J-20 pilot gets pulled into a classic dogfight with an agile opponent, they may find themselves outmaneuvered. Here's where things get interesting. Is China betting on avoiding dogfights entirely? Their doctrine focuses on keeping engagements at a distance, combining the J-20's stealth with advanced sensors to strike first. But what happens if that first strike fails, or if the battle enters contested airspace? Imagine this: an F-22 pilot closes in on a J-20. Relying on superior maneuverability, the J-20's pilot faces a choice: run and risk exposure, or stay and fight a battle they are not optimised for. What would you do in their shoes? The J-20 isn't just about missiles. Reports suggest it's outfitted with advanced jamming equipment, potentially capable of blinding enemy radar and disrupting communications. If true, this could give the J-20 a decisive edge in electronic warfare, allowing it to confuse and disable enemies without firing a shot. Does this make up for its weaknesses in dogfighting, or does it create a reliance on tech that could fail under pressure? Share your thoughts below. The J-20 is more than a fighter. It's a linchpin in China's vision of air superiority. Its role goes beyond individual dogfights, aiming instead to dominate the entire theatre of war. To understand this, we need to dive into China's military strategy: anti-access, area denial. A to AD is all about creating zones where adversaries can't operate freely. Imagine a wall of J-20s patrolling the skies, backed by long-range surface-to-air missiles, hypersonic weapons, and advanced drones. This network is designed to keep rival forces, especially the US, at bay in critical regions like the South China Sea and Taiwan Strait. But here's a twist: quantity. Maybe the J-20's Achilles heel. While the US has built over 800 F-35s, China has reportedly produced only around 200 J-20s. Even if the J-20 outperforms its rivals in key areas, can such a limited fleet hold its ground against a superior foe? And another wrinkle is pilot training. Historically, Chinese pilots have had less real-world combat experience than their Western counterparts. While the People's Liberation Army Air Force is rapidly improving its training programs, there's still a gap. Advanced jets like the J-20 are only as effective as the people flying them. So is the J-20 built to win wars, or to prevent them happening in the first place? The J-20 you see today is just the beginning. China is already planning upgrades that could redefine the jet's capabilities. The most anticipated change is the integration of the WS-15 engine, which promises to significantly boost the J-20's thrust, speed, and stealth. Once operational, the WS-15 could allow the J-20 to supercruise, putting it closer to the F-22 in performance. But the real wildcard is artificial intelligence. Chinese engineers are reportedly exploring AI-powered systems to assist pilots in decision-making, threat analysis, and even autonomous combat scenarios. Then there's the rumoured twin-seat variant. This version will feature an additional crew member dedicated to operating advanced sensors and electronic warfare equipment. But reports suggest they are already working on a 6th generation fighter, potentially equipped with direct energy weapons, advanced cloaking systems, and hypersonic speeds. If true, the J-20 might only be a stepping stone and a warning shot to the rest of the world. The Chengdu J-20 is an aircraft full of contradictions, groundbreaking yet derivative, powerful yet limited, stealthy yet vulnerable. What's undeniable is that it has reshaped the balance of power in the skies. But is it really ready to take on the West and the F-22 Raptor and F-35 Lightning II? Hi soldiers, thanks for watching. Sorry about my voice in this one, I'm a little bit under the weather. Don't forget to like, subscribe and leave your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to check back in again soon. That's an order.